Michael, how's the feeling in camp this week after the disappointment of Europe?
Yeah, it's good. It's interesting. I think, I guess for us and fans and everyone sort of following the team, it's been pretty frustrating month or so. But yeah, I guess the joys of going into the URC now is that we sort of have another fresh start and can hopefully build on what we started this first bunch of the year with, I guess. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, you haven't had much time to dwell, have you? Straight back in now to the other competition.
Nah, essentially, yeah. But like we all play rugby because we love it, and having a short turnaround and less training days and stuff is almost a bonus.
Edinburgh, top of the table. I've seen them play a couple of times this season. They seem to run in tries for fun. They're going to be a tough challenge for you guys.
Yeah, they will be. They're playing really well, and they are top of the table for a reason. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge. But we're at home. We're confident with the squad we've got and the team we can put out there. So hopefully it's a good game. Defence
is going to be huge on Saturday.
Yeah, it will be, and I think if you look back at our last few games, I guess that's probably somewhere we've been poor individually and as a team set up. So for us to get better as a team, I guess we've all got to individually get a bit better in that department and see how we go.
We were just speaking to Toby there. He paid you a great compliment in saying that you were everything they hoped for when they signed you. Is the feeling mutual? Is the Ospreys everything you hoped for when you signed for them?
Yeah, no, I love it here. It's an awesome club, and I think Toby and Brock and now Des are sort of going in the right direction as the club. So I know for us and as fans watching probably the last month or two has been pretty frustrating. In terms of results and performance, but we're working pretty hard behind closed doors here to rectify that. So we've just got to trust the process. It's not a short fix. It's a long-term goal we've all got here. So as long as we set those foundations, we're in a good stead to go forward.
And what about you personally? You made a great start to your Ospreys career, but then a little setback with injury. Do you think you're back on track now?
Yeah. I guess it was a wee bit frustrating. Look, it's one of those things. I guess I've been around long enough now to know that, it was a good run of form at the start and then a wee injury and stuff. And I feel like the last couple of weeks I've played pretty poorly in terms of defensively and a wee bit on that sort of side of things. So for me, it's just about working hard behind, and training and doing stuff I need to do to fix it. And I guess, as I said before, like being around long enough, I know these form slumps don't last forever. So it's about doing what I need to do to get out of it and hopefully be able to contribute to the team in a good way.
Toby was praising your leadership qualities and the partnership you're forming with Owen Watkin as well. How do you think that's going?
Yeah, it's been good. Even Woggo and Keith done really well, but Woggo's been awesome for me. All the midfielders have to be fair. You sort of come into a new environment and you see little tricks of the trade from other players and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's been good. Those players are bloody good to play around, and same with our back three as well. So it's exciting times.
You'll have the fans back in Swansea this Saturday. How much of a boost is it for you to play in front of crowds?
No, we're looking forward to that. It's sort of a big reason why you play rugby for those sort of moments, and it has been tough without them. Obviously, it's the same for everyone, and that's no reason, etc. But yeah, it's always a joy sort of having a bit of atmosphere in that stadium. So it'll be fun.
Obviously, the Six Nations about to start now next month. Do you still have ambitions to put on that red jersey?
Yeah, look, I think I spoke first time when I came over here about sort of if I play well enough and the opportunity arises and the doors open, that if I'm good enough to walk through them. But I think, to be brutally honest, I've played pretty average the last few weeks. Or sort of month coming back from that injury and stuff. So for me, it's just about getting back to form for Ospreys, playing well and sort of contributing here, and then whatever happens.
Yeah, sorry. I was just wondering really how much that injury did check your momentum, because you made such a good start with the Ospreys, and then you were out for 2 months, and I guess all your momentum was lost in that time.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Like it obviously was being frustrated. It was obviously frustrating being out, and it's always tricky coming back from injuries. But I've played a few games since then. I think it obviously isn't ideal, sort of playing a game, and we had a couple cancelled because of COVID and that sort of stuff. And I guess I found myself doing a couple of good things in a game and then a couple of poor things that sort of override it. And I think, I'm not incredibly happy with my form over the last couple of weeks. And I know it needs to get better in certain areas. And I guess, as I was saying earlier, the joys of being around the traps of it and being a wee bit older is you realise you do go through these form slumps. So you know what you need to work on in trainings to get better. And I feel like I've been doing that behind closed doors the last couple of weeks. So these things aren't quick fixes, but over the next couple of weeks, hopefully we can contribute well over that Six Nations period.
Toby was just saying you're without 21 players for this weekend.
Is it?
Which I guess has been a bit of a recurring theme, really. So many injuries.
Yeah, it is a wee bit.
And not just of any players, but of big players.
Yeah, they are. They are the big players. I think those injured players have still been offering heaps around the squad, which is good. But then again, obviously it's the same for every team. I'm sure you could go through a lot of teams and they're going to have a lot of injuries and setbacks and stuff. So it's an exciting time because I feel like you get a lot of maybe players that don't normally get opportunities in this period and that sort of stuff, prepared to put their hand up. So it sort of creates a wee buzz and excitement throughout the group, which I think we've had this week. And I guess for us, not having the best couple of weeks in Europe and whatnot, it almost feels like a fresh start and then we're ready to go out and attack Edinburgh.
Yeah, and what did you make of young Harry Deves' debut last week?
Yeah, he was good. He's a typical 7, I think. They're not quite wide, really well, not quite wide right in the head, and they just puts his body on the line and just does what he needs to do. But for him, that's exactly, I guess, what I sort of meant before about a couple of guys getting opportunities through certain things, and I think he grabbed it with both hands. And he's a good guy to be playing around in the team. And sort of be playing with. So I'm stoked for him, and I guess for him it's just about backing it up and doing it again this weekend or whenever he gets his next opportunity.
What have you made of the squad generally, the strength of it?
Yeah, it's been really good. I think we're building depth in a lot of areas. Obviously we've been tested a lot and that sort of thing, but I think we're on the right track. Obviously things aren't quick fixes as we talked about before, but I think the good thing is the last couple of weeks where we haven't quite performed how we wanted to, everyone sort of looked at themselves and done stuff to get better, rather than just sit back and sort of be told what to do or sort of just pack the sad to an extent. So in that regard, I think I think we're on the right track with the right people here.